What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Pens and Tea. My name is Carrie, and today we're going to be talking about the Vanilla Bergamot White Tea and, spoilers, one of my new favorites, the Sailor ProGear Imperial Black. So this tea right here is actually one of my go-to teas. I wouldn't say it's in like my top 20, or, oh no, it's in my top 20. I wouldn't say it's in my necessarily top 10, but it's pretty close. It's a white tea, if I can show you in there, and it is this refined blend of luxurious white tea, creamy vanilla, and citrusy bergamot is like Earl Grey's classy aunt. Laced with white chocolate and rose petals, it's pure elegance. The ingredients are white tea, apple, white chocolate, rose petals, vanilla, bergamot peel, artificial cream, vanilla, and bergamot flavoring. Warning, contains milk. You take about 1 to 2 teaspoons, fully boiling water, and you steep it for about 4 to 7 minutes, according to the package directions. Yes, as always, from David's Tea. So I pretty much actually stick to the instructions on this one. I quite like it. It doesn't really taste like an Earl Grey, so if you don't like Earl Grey, you might still like this one. It's ever so subtle Earl Grey. And as you're gonna see like in the upcoming videos, there's a lot of Earl Grey type teas coming because I love it. But this one is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's a creamy vanilla Earl Grey, but a little bit more citrusy than an Earl Grey would be. So it definitely has that creamy element to it. It's a white tea, so I don't add any milk or anything to that. There is artificial milk or whatever in there, but it is creamy, it is citrusy, it has just a hint of vanilla and bergamot flavoring, and I quite like it. This was 50 grams worth of tea. It's a white tea, so it's a little bit more expensive. I think it was around the $8 or $9 mark. But I would still recommend it. I quite like it. But moving on to something that I love. Would you just look at it? Okay, so I've been introduced to the world of Japanese pens beyond my Pilot and Platinum. AKA, I really should have just said I've been introduced to Sailor from a friend of mine who's actually a viewer who reached out to me. And he's lent me a load of pens, actually a lot of the ones that I've been reviewing lately. And this was one of them. So it is not mine, but I've had it now for quite a while. And again, you know who you are. Thank you. Because I actually have a funny story with this pen. I ordered this pen from Amazon, from Japan directly, back in, I want to say October, but I never got it. The seller reached out to me and just said they were having like a hard time getting a hold of it from their distributor, and it was a big mess, and I never got it. I got my refund, so I mean, I didn't lose out on anything except for the experience of this pen. So when I got sent this pen, I was very happy, and I flippin' love it. So it's the same body as the regular ProGear size, except it's called the Imperial Black. So it's all matte black with black finishings. So the Sailor logo here, of course, is in all black. The black trim, black kind of cap around here says the same thing. Sailor Japan, founded 1911. Tapers down slightly, and you have another black ring there. Pen unscrews, and you get a very sexy matte black. Kind of actually glossy. Depending on the light, it's either matte black or glossy black. I have fresh daylight coming in front of me right now, as you can probably see from my glasses. So this is going to seem very shiny, but it is more matte in real life. Pen body unscrews to reveal the Sailor proprietary cartridge converter. This has Sailor ink in it, but you cannot eyedropper convert it because this is all metal. I have filled this pen up like 8 times already because I love it. But yeah, so you screw that back together. Fits very comfortably in my hand. It's on the light end of the pens that I've used. This is pretty much just a plastic pen, to speak crudely, but it's very light, which I quite like. Fits very comfortably. If you do have longer hands, you can just push to post. It posts very securely. For me, it's a little back-weighted because it fits so nice unposted, but if you have larger hands, I think you would want to use this posted. If you like a little bit of heavier pen, you would want to use this posted, and it's well suited for it. So I really, really like this pen. I've heard rumors that some people have had problems with the finish wearing off of the nib and revealing the stainless steel underneath, and that it was like rumored that if you use any other inks other than Sailor inks, that would happen. I cannot speak to that because this is not my pen, so I'm not experimenting at all. I'm only using Sailor ink in here just in case, because like I said, it's not my pen and I want to respect that. So I can't speak to that, but that is a rumor that's out there. So this is a pen you're interested in. Maybe do a little bit of research on that. If you're okay with the potential that happened, I don't know, because this is a relatively expensive pen. Like I said, this isn't mine, so I did not pay for it. But when I did get it, or when I was about to get it, it is a relatively expensive pen. So most Canadian retailer will have it in and around the 300 plus mark, which personally I feel is a little too much for it. If I'm gonna be paying up to that level, then I definitely want a few more bells and whistles. You can find it on like aftermarkets or gray markets like Amazon for less. And of course for US pricing, I've seen it anywhere. The US pricing is crazy because I've seen it on sale for closer to 200, in which case buy it. And then I've seen it approaching the 250, even to the 300 mark for US dollars, which is too much, again, in my opinion. But if you can find it for a decent price, absolutely pick this up because I love, love, love this pen. And this pen is a fine nib, which typically speaking from Sailor, Pilot, or Japan, or really any Japanese branded pens, I actually prefer mediums. And that's not because I like a super fine line or a super wide line. It's just the finer you get, the more toothy the pen typically becomes. And I'm not a huge fan of that. But despite this being fine, it's very, very smooth. So I'm going to stop yammering, flip the camera around, and I'm actually going to show you what this bad boy can do. Alright, so we've got the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So this is the Sailor Imperial Black nib, 21 karat, hard, fine, and it is inked up with Sailor Okuyama, which you can see, potentially, I can see at least in real life, that gold sheen starting to come out. And it is beautiful. So I love, love, love this pen. It is so smooth to me, and you can see coming out of this nib with the angle that I'm trying this new angle, so let me know what you think versus the old one. But you can see the ink coming out of here. Now it's coming, this is a backlit, so there's a window over here. So you can really see up against the light that ink come out. I love it. This pen is the perfect wetness in my opinion. Just enough to allow all the sheening, shimmering goodness and deliciousness, but not enough that it takes forever to dry. This is a perfectly tuned nib in my opinion. It is very, very smooth. Just a teeny, 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 teeny hint of a feedback, which for a fine nib is phenomenal. Guys, I'm in love. I'm in love with a nib. So this does get a very fine line. You can stretch it a little bit, even though it says like hard, it's not really hard. You can definitely get probably up to a Japanese medium, maybe even a little bit more than that, but this isn't my pen, so I don't want to push it too much. This is as far as I like to go. But I have had this pen inked up for about 2 months. Filled it many times, of course, but I've never had any issues with this pen. No skipping, no hard starts, no nothing. It is just nothing but beautiful, impressive. Gosh, I love it so much. so much. Like I said, if you can get a chance to get this pen, get it. It is just wonderful. But guys, that's going to be about it for me today with this video. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. If you really like the video but haven't yet done so already, please do hit that subscribe button. New videos come out every Monday and Friday with the occasional Q&A on Tuesday. Guys, as always, I will see you next time. Bye.